1917 is the latest film from director Sam Mendes, who's probably best known for directing Skyfall, Spectre, and American Beauty. As you might expect from the title, this is a war film set in the spring of 1917 during World War I. Two corporals named Schofield and Blake are ordered with delivering a message of retreat to a British battalion, who are about to charge headfirst into a trap organised by German forces. In order to deliver this message in time, they must cross into enemy territory and survive no matter what. Set after Operation Duburcq in World War I, 1917 has a simple but effectively straightforward plot, allowing the audience to understand early on exactly where the film is taking us, who the characters are, and what is at stake. 1917 is a rare war film where the characters are at the centre of the film, where the plot is servicing their journey through unbelievably horrible and arduous terrain and conditions. Dean Charles Chapman as Blake and George MacKay as Schofield feel like they could be any one of the young soldiers that fought in the war. Their casting and performances honour the realism of the normal-looking, young average Joes that took part in World War I. None of the square-jawed, overly heroic nonsense that was seen in the recent Roland Emmerich war film Midway. Even as 1917 includes world-class talent like Mark Strong, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Scott, Richard Madden, and Colin Firth in key scenes, their presence never detracts from the realism of their characters and the story. 1917 is a film that constantly reminds the audience how young these soldiers were. That focus on inexperience was something that Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk honoured tremendously. The sense that anything could happen or anyone could die, all in a split second. So many war movies value the spectacle side, and while 1917 definitely delivers the spectacle, it does so in a way that doesn't glamorize or glorify the action that it's portraying. There are no super slow motion shots of bombs flying in the air or any unrealistic shots. The biggest selling point of the film has been that director Sam Mendes and director of photography Roger Deakins had filmed 1917 to appear as one continuous shot, with clever editing used to cover up when there's a cut. There is one cut to black in the film that's used appropriately, but otherwise everything cuts together in an incredibly seamless fashion. Obviously, this is a technique that's been used before in films like Gravity and The Revenant, designed to create an intimate level of immersion. However, 1917 uses this gimmick wonderfully in service of the story and characters, as the camera is almost always on Blake and Schofield, experiencing the action and atrocities from their level, making this feel like a very personal war film. Mendes is always making sure that his camera is somewhere that it can realistically be, and thankfully as a result, despite this being a big war movie with all sorts of gunfire and explosions, Mendes allows for the quieter, more personal and emotional scenes, while also including scenes of genuine terror and white-knuckled anxiety. 1917 is a film that showcases the horror of war in a genuinely revolting manner, as a means of realistically replicating the conditions in World War I. While there are scenes of battle injury and blood, you are not watching limbs get blown off like in Hacksaw Ridge or Saving Private Ryan. It's still a violent war movie, but it isn't excessively gory, which I found to be a more classy way of approaching a war film. There's also a bit of clever and terrifying uses of corpses and rats in the film, with some genuinely disturbing moments, particularly with one scene in a bunker and another one with a character in a river. In fact, there are a number of sequences that truly stand out due to the effective combination of Roger Deakins' impeccable camera movement and lighting, the outstanding blocking and shot construction, and the incredible sound design, the score, and sound mixing that lead to this unbelievable sense of immersion. The nighttime scenes in particular combine all of these elements superbly, with a fascinating use of flares and fire for some outstanding and memorable moments. These big, operatic moments are always designed to reflect the emotions and conditions felt by the characters, the desperation, the grief, the utter exhaustion, and at times even some humor. All of it feels realistic and meaningful, especially when we reach the movie's climax. If the big sweeping charge on the front lines, with the hundreds of extras all captured in that extended continuous take, doesn't move you, then I don't know what will. 1917 is a monumental achievement in filmmaking that in my opinion bucks the flaws of other continuous shot films like Gravity and The Revenant by being more than just the roller coaster ride. Sam Mendes keeps the focus on the characters and their emotions, allowing 1917 to be a far more personal war film than what we usually see, allowing us to feel like there's far more at stake rather than just having another history lesson. Plus it's under 2 hours, so this is one of the shorter Oscar contenders that you're going to see in 2019. 1917 is the best war film in a long time, and I can't stress how much it is worth seeing on the big screen. 1917 gets a 9.5 out of 10 from me and a Mono's Choice Award. Guys, I hope you like this review. If you want to see more reviews just like this one, stay right here for your Mono Fix. Bye guys.